Okay, hello, my friends. Good afternoon to you. Good morning there. And instead of giving a talk, I will start with letting you listen to the whisper of the wind. Share screen. Keep the share screen. Sige. Really, hello. Ablihin video. Hello, good afternoon, good morning there. Yes, and welcome to all of you You are the hope, not just of the future, but you are the hope of the present. And your names are all there. And what's happening here? Wait. We have a oh, there. Yeah. There, sorry. You are all there. You are all there. You are all there. And wait, there's this is what wait there. Wait. And welcome. I see my brother David Foreman is there, Pascal, Nicole Ponce, Pascal Bullion, Emily Galliard. Thank you for organizing this. And we are all friends. Because friendship, even if we have not met each other, friendship is defined as people of shared passion. We all share a passion for the environment. But what is the environment? Is it about the birds and the bees? Or is it about play? The law of life. What is the environment? Is it about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees? Or is it about life and the sources of life, of land, air, and water? The trees and the forests are the heart and the lungs that give us air to breathe. The land and the soil are the skin and the flesh that give us food to eat. The sea and the rivers are the blood and blood streams of life that give us water to drink. They are the vital organs of life. Land, air, and water, the law of life. My friends, when you say you love the environment, people think you're a hippie. But when you say you care for the land, air, and water that makes life possible, perhaps it makes more sense. I have spent a lifetime using the law to care for the law of life. For example, look at this. There is where's the Philippines? It's right on the right side. It's a small group of islands. It's one of the mega diversity countries. It is richer than the Galapagos Islands, multiplied tenfold. And it's not a Filipino saying that. It is the University of Chicago Museum of Natural History. But look at what happened when foreigners came in 1900. I do not want to say who they are because many of them are my friends, but they are the main advocates of capitalistic, what is called the capitalistic crime and paradigm of reckless extraction and consumption, resulting in the crime of planetary plunder. Look at that. In 1900, when they came, the forest of the Philippines was like that. Then in less than 100 years, look at what it became. So in 1988, it was like that. So I saw that. So I said, well, we were cutting it. There were only 800,000, less than 1 million hectares left of forest. And we were cutting it down. The logging concessions were cutting it down at more than 100,000 hectares per year. So by the time this child gets to be 7, 8 years old, there's nothing going to be left anymore. No more water. So young people all over the Philippines, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao got together, organized by a crazy Filipino lawyer, and filed a ridiculous legal action to stop all logging in the Philippines. Can you ridiculous? Can you just? That was at the time when the logging industry was at the height of their political and economic power. Of course, the case was filed in behalf of children and on behalf of generations yet unborn. That is you, my friends. You were not yet born in 1990. And of course, it was dismissed in the lower court, in the trial court. It was dismissed outright without even any hearing because the children did not have personality to sue. So we went up all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said that, yes, they have a right to be heard. And the right that they have, the right to a healthy and safe environment. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, please read this aloud. This is a different right altogether. It is the right and instinct of self-preservation and self-perpetuation, a right which predates all governments and constitutions. They are, can you please read this aloud? They are assumed to exist from the birth, from the inception of humankind. If it is now written in the Constitution, my friends, Nicole, Emily, please ask them to read this aloud. Can I hear them? The day would not be too far. Please read it aloud. Can I hear them? Hello? The day would not be too far when all else would be lost, not only for this generation, but also for succeeding generations. That's you. Generations which stand to inherit nothing but a parched earth incapable of sustaining life. My friends, that was written before you were born. That was written to protect you. You were the succeeding generations that case wanted to protect. That was 30 years ago. And what was said that the imparched earth incapable of sustaining life 30 years ago, it is happening now, 30 years after. It is happening in Europe, in the United Kingdom, it is happening in China, it is happening in America, the heat wave all over. But the good thing is that Secretary Factoran, who was the nominal defendant, I say nominal because he was supportive of the case, he used the case to cancel all the logging concessions in the old growth forests. And later on, it became part of the protected areas of the Philippines. And 22 years after, all logging of trees in the Philippines, natural growth forests, are now banned in the Philippines. It took one generation for the government to hear our message. Okay, so rich as our land is, our sea is even richer. That is a book from the United Nations, FAO, said, where is the richest marine waters on earth? It's that place there, the blue. It's called the Coral Marine Triangle. From north of the Philippines all the way to Malaysia, all the way down to Fiji Islands. That's the richest marine waters on earth. But the center of marine biodiversity on earth is this, that group of islands in the Malay-Philippine archipelago. But you know what? After a long time, they did further studies. Foreigners, experts, world-renowned marine biologists studied that the center of marine biodiversity on Earth is right there. The Philippines is the center of marine biodiversity on Earth. That red part there, the central Philippines. North of that, the topmost, there's a little bay there at the top of the red part, the apex. That, my friends, is the Manila Bay, the historic and beautiful Manila Bay. But I discovered in 1998, 1999, that we were dumping 4 million gallons of raw untreated sewage every day into Manila Bay. Remember that the standard for water quality to be swimmable must only 100 units of fecal coliform. I don't want to explain to you what fecal coliform is. You can Google it. But you know what fecal feces is. You know how many fecal coliform it had when I realized that it was so dirty? The standard is only 100 units. When I filed that case, I decided to file that case, it was 1 million. 1 million fecal coliform. Can you imagine? So I filed a case against 13 government agencies to clean it up. It was crazy, another crazy case. I didn't tell anybody except Nick Robinson. Nobody in the Philippines knew about it except me and the judge and Nick Robinson, because I trust that man very much. After 10 years, I won it all the way to the Supreme Court. And you guys are going to be lawyers one day. When I was ongoing, I do not have any funding. I do not accept any funding. And so, but I was a jobless, I was penniless. Although I was a lawyer, I was fighting a case that was totally ridiculous. And I was the lawyer of the fish, the trees and the fish who cannot pay attorney's fees. I was on the way after 9 years. I was so tired. I was so weary. I was so broke. I consulted a mentor, an artist. I call her Auntie. And I said, Auntie Odette, you know, what's happening to me? I'm a lawyer. I graduated from here. I graduated there. And here I am. I'm broke. I'm fighting this case so ridiculous as to clean up something so dirty that it will never be cleaned up during my lifetime. And then she said, don't worry, Tony. And this is what I'd like to share with you, my friends. She said to me that a lawyer who defends the earth has the great spirit for a client. Wow. Repeat after me. A lawyer who defends the earth has the great spirit for a client. I do not call it God. I do not call it Allah. It's a great spirit, the great spirit of life. Well, the story of Manila Bay, incredibly, it is happening in my lifetime. I never expected it, but it's actually clean now. You can actually go swimming there now. Yeah. Once an impossible dream. And now it is clean and there are people and fish now swim. Now, my friends, that is the beauty of a legal action. A legal action, I do not want to call it litigation because litigation is very adversarial. You know, it's like versus this versus that. I call it legal action because it is an action based on law to care for the law of life. It lights a star. What is the star? Oh, you see the stars there. First of all, the most important thing is that it tells a story. That's what I did with my children's case and with the Manila Bay case. In the children's case, I said, we cannot finish everything. The story is we cannot wipe out everything and leave nothing for our children and for future generations. Number two, we put the issues on the table for proper, orderly discussion backed by evidence. If we fought in social media, there is no evidence. It's disorderly discussion. Number three, somehow or other, it sparks action. Look at what happened. Secretary Facturan used the case to take action to cancel all the logging concessions and preserve the remaining old growth forests of the Philippines. The last to light a star is that if people fought on the streets, people fought on the media, people fought with guns, there will be no resolution. There will be no ending. But in a legal action, in a court of law, somehow or other, win or lose, one way or another, sooner or later, there will be a resolution. So, my friends, I have also not just did the court thing, but I also went after the environmental crime syndicates. Nicole can show it to you later, but I chased after the environmental crime syndicates from dynamite fishing. I went after the people who were selling blasting caps and blasting powder. and I jailed them. And I even jailed commercial fishing tycoons. So what did that get me? Enforcement of law enforcement. I tried to enforce the law with my own capacity as an ordinary citizen, without any funding, just to leverage it with friends from the National Bureau of Investigation, from the Navy, etc., etc. But what did that get me? Oh yeah, can you read that, guys? My friend and I were threatened. It came out in the newspaper. That is Jojo de la Victoria, my buddy. He told the reporters he received a 1 million information that there was a 1 million reward who could assassinate him and me. We laughed at it. I said, oh, that's just a joke. 1 million, that's a lot of money. 48 hours later, somebody comes into his house and right in front of his son shoots him 6 times with a 45 caliber. So, my friends, after everything, I have realized this. Can you please read this aloud? Nicole, Emily, please ask everyone to please read this aloud. We will have peace on earth when we have peace with
the earth.
Okay. Nicole, did they read it aloud?
Yes, they did.
Okay, very good. Very good. This is not a lecture. This is just a storytelling, an interactive storytelling. Okay, my friends. But how do we make peace with the earth? Let me figure it out. We will have peace on earth when we have peace with the earth. How can we make peace with the earth? Science and law try to change the mind. When you change the mind, you can change tomorrow. But when you change the heart, it is forever. How can we change the heart? There is a clue. Earth and heart. Both words contain the word heart. Art is the language of the heart. As music is the song of the soul. How can we say change the heart? Oh, the greatest human hunger is not the hunger for food. It is the hunger of the human heart for approval and appreciation. The seeds of goodness grow in the soil of appreciation for goodness. Kind words do not just praise the goodness of others. Kind words have the power to change the destiny and the story of the world. Okay, my friends.
You're frozen, Tony. Try again. You're starting to move.
Recording in progress.
Good.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Yes,
Can
we
you
can.
see it, my friend?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, after all the wounds of war and bruises of battle that I have faced. Oh, can you share screen, please?
No, I'm going to share the screen.
Yeah, can you share screen? Can you?
Wants to share his.
Yeah, wait. Can you share screen, please? Yeah.
It works.
It worked? Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, dire. Isa. Sige. There. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. So, my friends, after all the wounds of war and bruises of battle that I have faced, I finally discovered a new pathway. Not of using the law in an adversarial and confrontational manner. I have discovered a new pathway. After all, after everything that we've done, has the earth become better? No, it has become worse. So, my friends, how do we change? How do we speed up the change that we want to see? We are seeing the crisis happening now. How do we speed up the change? We need to reimagine the law to faster and to better care for the law of life. How do we do that? We must turn climate change into a real climate of change. Repeat after me. Turn climate change into a real climate of change. So how do we do that? Oh, we turn around 180 degrees. We turn around completely. We move from the harsh energy of pure enforcement, which I have done all throughout my life. We shifted to the happy energy of positive reinforcement. You see the play of words, my friends? Shift from enforcement to positive reinforcement. Remember that inspiration is the highest and most powerful form of leadership. A good example is our Nick Robinson. He has no big position, but he is the most powerful leader because everyone is inspired by him, including me, especially me. My friends, you are there and you have the privilege with this gift that you are being given now. You have the privilege to inspire many more of your generation and future generations. You will inspire many more with your spirit of passion and with your heart of compassion. It's not me, it's not Nick we are just here to guide you, but it will be you who will make the change happen. And remember that nothing is more powerful than a good story to inspire and set hearts on fire. They say picture is worth 1,000 words, but a story is worth 1,000 pictures. Nothing is more powerful than a good story to inspire and set hearts on fire. So, we started a couple of years ago, 2017 in fact, we already started, Nicole was part of it already, we started the Good Stories movement in Cebu. And later on, to the credit of the Normandy Chair for Peace, they also adopted it. And so we had an international launch last 2020 during the height of the pandemic. We had a happy webinar all throughout the world. And what is the Good Stories movement? Please watch this film. Maybe you and I cannot do great things. We may not change the world in one day, but we still can change the story of the world by changing the storyline in our small way. The good stories. Much of what happens in this world is not bad. It is neutral, and much of it is good. we are not helpless. We can change the story of the world. We can change the storyline. Last August 2020, we launched the book story. Change the storyline from bad to good, from sad to happy, from gloom to gloom, from gloom to gloom. And now only we shine the spotlight on the good, the right, and the right. From always looking at the wrong, we will now look at the strong. Wala, ito naman. Bibili. Stevie daw. Bidili. Noon sa naman ito. Bidi. Wait just a minute. Something. Ako magulit ko. Wait. Na. Dili. Balik. Na. Let's to my day. Let's to my part of the way. Yeah. Ako magulit sa example. Sa Bidili. In Cavite, we started the community project. Now it has been. It is an important word to people. It is an inspiring example of this. In March 2020, the town of Bogotá, Bayan in the Philippines started a big project. The local leaders received the congratulations letters in the normal Philippines. Inspired by the kind of words in less than 30 days, they increased food prices from 20,000. Yes, receiving goodness, live in the soil of appreciation for goodness. In Pakistan, people that were rendered jobless by COVID were hired to plant trees in the denuded mountain. This will create hundreds of thousands of jobs. This is the new CPR economy to care, protect, and restore the life of the people and International Humanitarian sent Pakistan Prime Minister a letter of congratulation and appreciation for this good work. They were so happy to receive the kind words that the letter was read in the cabinet meeting and published in the Pakistan paper. It's Avenue, the most congested road in the Philippines and probably in the world. It is the site of the 1986 Philippine People Power Revolution. In May 2020, concerned citizens in the Metro Manila government cooperated to put up this bike lane. This was the start of another peaceful people power sense of evolution. It was the evolution of the road from moving cars to moving people. I remember Paris. If we carry the city of open light, leaving Paris and leaving the city. Has expanded the cycling network to 650 kilometers. Paris is also transforming taking the part of 20 towards facing two parts. In Australia, it judged by a custom. The city openly applied for coal mining, which is the third Japanese place in the world. The London Environment Court of Australia totally sets an action with the two. People like Brian Costa said it is a project at the wrong place at the wrong time. It will destroy this beautiful land. It will be ready for the world. The power of the people and the power of the Lord. Together, in care of the land and earth. But the story is worth nothing is more powerful than a story to inspire and set heart. Nothing is more powerful than a good story to inspire and set heart and heart. We must search for good stories and shine the spotlight on the good right of the just. Kind words do not just praise the goodness of others. Kind words have the power to change the story of the world. So, what good story are you telling today? My friends, you are all in possession of many good stories, but somehow we have been looking at the bad and the sad. Remember, we may not change the world, but we can change the story of the world if we simply change the storyline from negative to positive, from bad to good, and from sad to happy. Yes. So, my friends, many of you have maybe LLM or aspiring to be LLM. What is LLM? It is Master of Laws. I will teach you, or well, no, I will not teach you. I will invite you to join the joy of a new journey. It's called LMM, not LLM. LMM. What does that mean? It is called legal mischief making. We're going to use the law to make happy mischief. We will use the law to turn our adversaries into allies and our co-advocates. And that's not a dream. I've done that with the people I have jailed. They're now all my companions. We will use the law to search for
On va
good stories.
utiliser le droit
Hello? And well recorded. That's called the PPE, Petition to Preserve the Evidence. Evidence not of the wrong, but of the good, the right, and the strong to help us light a star. We will use those legal bases. Nicole has, and Emily has the drafts and the concept note. Remember, my friends, we are going to transform the crisis of climate change. We will transform it into a chance for a climate of change. From bad to good and from sad to happy. We are actually, I have a secret to share with you. We're actually planning to do it. Now, we're actually planning to do it already in the Philippines. And we've sent a copy of the drafts to Nicole. And those of you, I also invited the idea that Nick and I and some others are thinking about is that on June 5, 2023, which is World Environment Day, we will file simultaneous petitions all around the world in 6 regions of the world: North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Oceania. We will simultaneously file petitions to preserve the evidence of the good, the right, and the bright. It is not a legal action for fighting. It is letting them tell us the good stories of what they're doing. And because it is a court of law, it will prevent fake news. My friends, from my heart of hearts and from the grateful people around the world, we thank you. Emily Gallard, Pascal Bullion, Nicholas Robinson, Nicole, Laura Duarte, Elizabeth Van Hoop, Beatrice Tofoni, Francois Proliud, and the Seneres and the Normandy government and thank you, especially all of you, for coming to that event. That will be a life-changing moment for you, my friends. I assure you. I am sorry I could not be there, but I assure you it will be a life-changing moment for you. It may be 3 or 4 days, 4 days only, but that 4 days will make a big difference in your life, hopefully. And special mention to our guru of gurus, our lighthouse of hope, Nick Robinson. Lighthouse of hope. Hope stands for not just the currency that makes us continue to work for the good, but it is also our aspiration to heal our planet Earth. My friends, they say if we dream alone, it is nothing but a dream. It is only a dream. But when we dream with dreamers like you, suddenly the dream comes true. My friends, I would like everyone to please stand up. Nicole, Emily, please ask everybody to stand up because we are going to found you are going to be the founders of the Normandy Chair for Peace Summer School Concert Chorale. Everybody, please stand up. Okay, has everybody stood up already? Hello?
Yes, everyone is up.
Okay, everybody, those of you who like to sing, go ahead and sing. If you're shy to sing, then you can just read it aloud. But you can put a little music, because the nice thing about singing together is that nobody is off tune. You are just speak it from your heart. Please sing this with me. Nicole, please lead the singing, Nicole, because Nicole is a very good singer.
Yes.
Nicole, please lead the singing. And everybody, please lead it aloud. Please sing it with me. Okay? Go. Okay. Imagine there's no heaven. Okay, please sing. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no country. It isn't hard
to do.
Nothing to kill
or
die for.
And no
And no
religion too.
Imagine all
the people
living life with me. This is my favorite part. You may say, I am a dreamer. But you know what? I am not the only one.
I hope someday you'll join us.
And the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man and woman. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You please sing this. You may say, I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Yeah.
Yay! You are now the founders of the Normandy Chair Summer School Concert Chorale, and you are going to get a certificate for that. Not just for your completion of the summer school, but for your founding membership of the Summer School Concert Chorale. My friends, now please stand up, please stay standing, and please read this aloud. Please read this aloud, because you are going with your little act of kindness to the earth will make a very big difference, will make a world of difference. And thank you in advance. Please read this aloud.
A little gift for you. You'll hear it. Your heart may also feel it. The gift of kindness makes a world of difference. A single act of kindness is greater than all the wisdom of the world put together. Kind words do not just praise the goodness of others. Kind words have the power to change the destiny of the world. The seeds of goodness grow in the soil of appreciation for goodness. In every seed of kindness is the promise of 1,000 forests. Growing in the garden of goodness.
My friends, please speak this, not with your mouth, but with your heart, because you have the privilege. 10, 50, 100 years from now,
and many generations
hereafter.
Let it be said
Let
that
it be
in our
said,
time
in our time and during our watch,
while
Well,
gifted
gifted
with
with
intelligence and insight,
you are very privileged to be there.
with
and
privilege
positioned
and position, with a wealth
with the wealth
of wisdom, and with freedom and power
of your human will.
of the human will. Let it be said that in our time, we did
Our share.
Maybe, just maybe, we will make a little difference.
Thank you, my friends, for being there. And thank you for being there. Everybody, you are going to make a world of difference. You are still young, you have the time, you have the energy.
Thank you, Sir Tony.
Thank you.
Merci.